Welcome to In the Kitchen with Dinah. Today we're making cinnamon swirl coffee cake with some fresh milled grain.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Gonna taste good, I know.
Well, welcome back. We're gonna try out making a coffee cake using some fresh milled wheat. And I'm gonna try a blend. I've not done this blend, but we're gonna try it out because I think it'd be really good. So I got some soft white, some spelt, and some barley. And my recipe calls for 1 3/4 cup of wheat berries. So I'm going to use 1 cup of soft white berries, 1/2 cup of barley, and then 1/4 cup of spelt berries. Well, it sure looks pretty. Look at that beautiful blend. All right, so let's go put this in my NutriMill grinder and we'll get it all ground. So depending on what mill you have, you want to set it on its finest setting. Since we are baking with it, it just makes all the absorption of the liquids much easier. All right, so we got our fresh milled flour here. That looks really, really beautiful. All right, so let's grab a bowl and our mixer. We want to take 2 tablespoons of the flour out for the cinnamon swirl mixture that we're gonna drizzle through it. Butter's in here. Grab a spatula. Oh, you smell the butter, don't you, Denver? Butter hound. All right, so I've got 1/2 cup of melted butter. That is going in. Now on this recipe, you can use 1/2 cup of honey or 1/2 cup of sugar. I'm just gonna use sugar, so I'm gonna get that out of my drawer quick. And we need 2 eggs. And let's add our vanilla, and then I'm gonna give it a good mix here. A couple of tablespoons of vanilla. All right, that looks great. We need 1 1/2 cups of milk. So 1 1/2 cups of milk. I'm just gonna do it all now. Let's give this a whirl. And 1/2 teaspoon salt. Now we'll start our dry ingredients. Salt, 4 teaspoons of baking powder. I don't even need my soda, but it's just all in the cupboard together. So 4 teaspoons. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What are you smelling? You smell something.
All the things, Dad. Okay, and then our wheat. There's 1. There should be just under 3 cups here. And there is. Amazing. Actually, I know that is. Okay, perfection. So if you don't have spelt or barley, just use all soft white. When you add barley into your, in with the soft white, man, the flavor, I've been using it in my cookies, it is so good. That actually makes them fluffy, I feel like. Okay, so let's get my... Now there is more liquid added to this than like a normal coffee cake just because of the whole grain. It needs to absorb into that whole grain because you've got all the wheat or all the germ and the bran in there. It takes a little extra liquid. So I'm just gonna make sure we got it all mixed up. That looks really good. And it smells so good. This is gonna be a great coffee cake that is not gonna have your blood sugar crashing after you eat it. Okay, so let's get this is a 9 by 13 we're doing. Your oven should be preheating to 350 degrees. So I'm gonna get my pan sprayed and I'll be right back. All right, so I've got a sprayed 9 by 13. I'm just gonna pour that in. Oh, it smells so good. You can see that baking powder working already. All right, so just spread it all out over your pan. Get it nice and level. So let's go on to the topping. I'm gonna rinse off my hand quick. So we're gonna make a cinnamon sugar butter mixture. Then we're gonna plop it on top and then I'm gonna swirl it in with a knife. So we need 1/2 cup of soft butter. Throw that in the microwave for a few seconds.
You're sniffing all the good stuffs.
Mm-hmm. I think I can fit it all in one bowl, then I don't have to dirty another. Okay, so I've got my butter soft. Now I need about 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar. I'm just gonna use this one. Do a little guesstimate. Honestly, that looks about right. See if I can. Let's get this mixed in a little. Then we're gonna add some cinnamon and nutmeg. Now, if you want to, you can add nuts. You could add more flour to this if you want. Be more crumbly of a topping. Okay, I'm gonna add our reserved 2 tablespoons. Get that in there. Then we need a tablespoon of cinnamon. Quarter teaspoon of some nutmeg. That's gonna be delicious. And I'm actually gonna put a tiny bit of salt in here. Okay, and we're gonna gently mix this up.
That smells so good.
So good. Can you sit down?
That's a good boy.
That is good. Okay, now if you were to have added another cup of the fresh milled wheat to this, you would have had more like a crumble topping. And that's okay if you want to do that. Add nuts, do all the things. But I'm going to take this and just drop it. I want to get all that cinnamon sugar goodness out. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a butter knife. See if I can't drag that through. Sure is pretty. There, I'm pretty happy with that swirl. All right, so I've had my oven preheating, and now we're gonna put it in for 30 to 35 minutes. And then when it's out, we're gonna put a nice drizzle on top. So let's get this beautiful coffee cake in the oven. I'm gonna go through 3 because, you know, split the difference. So as our coffee cake is baking, I thought I'd whisk up the drizzle that we're gonna put on top. You're gonna want 1 cup of powdered sugar. Your, glug of vanilla, because that's so important. I'm gonna put a tiny bit of salt in there. And then a couple tablespoons of milk. Now with the milk, it says just like 2 tablespoons. You can make it as thick or as thin as you want. Let's say that's probably good. Is that good? I know you like milk too, huh? Then we'll just set this aside and wait for the coffee cake to come out, and then we'll hit this one that's still hot. All right, so our drizzle's ready. We're gonna wait for our coffee cake to come out of the oven, and then we'll be back. All right, so it is done. I put it in for 33 minutes, and at 30 minutes it's done. The sides are pulling away from the edges, and it is just nice and golden and beautiful. Look at that, it's so pretty. So while it's still hot, grab your glaze, and we're just gonna drizzle it. Oh, I can't wait to eat this. And you may or may not want to add all the drizzle, depends. Try to get it out here to the edges. Yum. Excellent, well, I'm gonna call that good. Thanks for joining me so much in my kitchen today. I'm glad you could. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. There's more to come. I hope you guys are all doing well, and I will see you on the next episode. And if you'd like, hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. We'll see you on the next one.
In a world where coffee cake is made by every person, one woman makes it better than anyone else.
And I'm on. I am. Whoa, I've got red, blue, and green.
That's how I go.
Okay, but first, I thought I had my liquid measure cup over here. Did I not? I had it in my hand.
What size?
It's just my 1 cupper. Am I losing my head? Oh, I see it. I did have it in my hand. Wow. Denver, you smell butter. I know you're my buddy, but...
Gonna taste good, I know.